Trevor Bird and Jimmy Stewart are both passionate about food, and they're passionate about other things too, and they're adept at slicing, dicing, and sautéing. These skills and their commercial kitchen experiences will serve them well in the Top Chef Canada competition. Trevor runs a catering business and was chef de partie at Vancouver Shangri-La Hotel. Jimmy is sous chef at Whistler's Barefoot Bistro, and he's cooked in England at Gordon Ramsay's Maze, and it is my pleasure to welcome Trevor Bird and Jimmy Stewart to Studio 4 to tell us more.
How you doing?
Thanks for the intro.
Did you bring food?
No.
Apparently not.
It's too early.
Yeah.
It's too early.
Yeah.
It truly is, yes. How did you learn to cook?
It's a very tough question, actually.
I know. Well, you're not that old, so you haven't been cooking that long.
He was after women. That was
Is
his
that it?
excuse.
Yeah, he's got me pretty good on that
Was
one.
your mom a good cook and your dad a foodie or anything like that?
My dad does a good barbecue. That's about it. You know, he makes a terrible tuna casserole, but you know, won't hold that against him.
No. Terrible tuna?
Oh,
It's a terrible tuna night?
terrible tuna nights.
Why is it terrible?
I can't stand tuna casserole.
Okay, so it's probably good if you like tuna casserole.
Oh yeah, if you like tuna
Okay.
casserole. But no, my dad, he's an alright. You know, he does really good barbecue. My mom does great roasts and turkey dinner and stuff like that. My grandmas, they make amazing, you know, just simple food that
Right.
grandma food. It's
And
always
your
delicious.
first job in a kitchen, in a commercial kitchen?
First job in a commercial kitchen for me.
Yeah.
I was 18. I had a restaurant called Chin Chin in Vancouver.
Oh yeah, chin chin.
I thought you started off as a dishwasher.
Yeah, that was
Well,
in a commercial
most
kitchen.
chefs do, eh?
Yeah, it
Not
started-
all.
yeah.
But Chin Chin, one of the finest in this town.
Yeah.
No, it was really good. I guess, yeah, all the way beginning at 15 at a place called Savory Island Pie Company. They had really cute waitresses there. So.
Yeah, they did. My
Yeah.
kids worked at Savory Island.
Oh.
And she's a taskmaster.
I've never even heard of this place.
You haven't?
No.
Best pies in West
Oh
End,
yeah.
really.
Really?
Yeah.
And the trick is, I think they put a little orange juice in the crust. Don't tell. But yeah, Savory Island, great. But the
Like
woman
orange
who runs
juice or
it,
orange zest?
I think a little orange juice instead
yeah?
of the water. I'm not sure.
I think Eileen would be angry at me if I said what it was.
Eileen
Oh
would be
my
really
God,
mad at
no.
you
Yes, she would.
because
Oh, it's-
you have to do the muffins just right and all of that, but it's delish.
I'm talking
You
about
have to
this.
go across the bridge, son.
I'll take
So how did you get into cooking?
It was the only job that I've ever actually had. I started off slinging pizzas back in the day at
Where?
Boston Pizza, you know.
Right.
And just snowballed into this huge mass effect of getting more and more into cooking.
Montreal.
Yeah, I moved from Ottawa to Montreal, and that's where I pursued like a really, you know, that's when I took cooking very seriously. And I worked with some really talented chefs out there, and then
And on the chef road, I know it's important that you cook in Europe and you know, cook in North America.
Yeah.
You spend a little time in New York at 11 Madison. You know what I mean? I mean, it's part of
traveling and
getting
cooking is
there.
definitely like hand in hand. I mean, you have to see as much styles as you possibly can, and yeah, I mean, it's definitely. I think a lot of people start cooking because they see it as a means to travel. I mean, cooks are employable everywhere,
Right.
anywhere in this world. I mean, people have to eat, so it's a great way to see the world and do something you love and see a whole bunch of different styles of
Sure.
food, different
And
produce.
for people who believe Kitchen Confidential and have read Bourdain's book and all the other books, are kitchens really like that?
Oh yeah, they can
Yeah,
get
they
pretty
can get hot.
out of hand for sure.
I'm sure. Gordon Ramsay?
Yeah, there's
Listen,
definitely
Jimmy.
some good boiling points.
I had him on my radio show many years ago, and he was here to cook with Rob Feeney at Lumiere, the then Lumiere. And I can't imagine what went on behind the curtain.
Well, they probably had a bunch of scared cooks running around. for
I
sure.
bet they
Yeah.
did. And sous chef, what does that mean?
Sous chef means you're under the chef. So whatever chef wants me to do, I get it done. I get done
I see.
fast.
And do you work harder than chef usually?
No, chef will always work
Can
harder
you
than
say
me.
that?
Don't be nice here,
No,
Jimmy.
no.
You don't have to be totally nice, Jimmy.
It's a different kind of work. I mean, you know, chefs are very PR and they have a lot of paperwork. It's almost like a pencil pushing job more so than an actual
Well,
cooking
sure.
job.
And it's about meeting your costs and doing all of that and getting the prep right. And if you buy too many little fancy lettuces, the person who owns the restaurant says, I don't know.
Yeah.
Too many little fancy residents or lettuces. Okay, Top Chef Canada. Let's go there.
Okay.
Tell me about it.
Go for it,
Who
Trevor.
to start?
It was probably one of the most incredible experiences in our career. I mean, mine and any chef that's involved with it. I mean, it's a really cool experience, and I suggest anybody that cooks and has any little slight interest about doing it, go out there and do it because it teaches you so much about yourself and about your style of food, and it's a great.
And how did you get there? How does that happen? What's the process? Why did they pick you, or how does that work? I don't mean that you won,
I
because we
don't-
can't say who won, but how do you get on Top Chef?
Basically, at the end of last season, it had a casting call for Top Chef. So
Okay.
it says, okay, you're interested in Top Chef. Do you want to be on the show? Here's the application. Sign out the application. Send out a audition video. It's about 5 minutes long. And if they like you, they'll get back to you.
And you have to have perfect hair like this.
Of course you do.
then
And some
they get
stories,
you on
I
there.
think. Or do you get to tell a story? I haven't seen it yet, so do you get to, like...
Are you watching? Oh, you
Yeah, we're watching. There he is,
I
that
wanted it.
rascal.
So nice.
So plating, obviously part of it.
Plating's a big part of it.
Oh, it's
And
the first day that I
yeah,
met you.
That is, yeah. That's
Really?
too funny.
First day you met, and did you wind up being pals at the end of it? How many?
It's too
Okay.
funny because, yeah.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
me and Jimmy we grew pretty tight. I mean, there was 4 BC guys out there, and we all got along really well. And yeah,
Mm-hmm. Okay.
we established some really good relationships there.
I'm sure. So what are the rules on
Can't-
Top Chef?
It's kind of like Fight Club. You can't talk about it.
Oh, you can't.
Just cook
Okay.
your face off
Just
as hard as you
cook,
can.
Cook and
Yeah.
plate and do the thing. And there's judges, obviously, we know that. So Mark McEwen, who is here, who runs fabulous restaurants
Oh,
in
yeah.
Toronto, and great cook, great man.
Great man.
Great
Father
man.
figure, like almost like a.
Isn't he?
Yeah, totally.
I know I wanted to marry him, but he's got the wifey, so that didn't work out.
Yeah.
And Lisa Ray was here. She's beautiful, fabulous, on the cover of More magazine. I just picked this up. Look at that.
Oh, wow.
I know.
Lisa,
And
hold
who
it
else?
down.
Sounds about
There's
right.
3, right?
And Shireen.
Shireen.
Okay, and tell me about.
Shireen, she owns a lot of nightclubs in LA. She owns Taroni in Toronto.
Okay.
And they portray her as like a very strong woman. Like she has a very strong personality, but she's the nicest woman. I mean, she's so awesome. Funny.
And I know this is second season. First season, were they on first season, or is this new? New judges.
Lisa
Lisa's
Ray is the
new.
only new judge.
She's the only new judge, so Shreem and McEwen were on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I remember this now. It's coming back to me. So what about skills, like with knives? What are they judging? Obviously how it tastes when you're done.
I think they judge everything from start to finish, you know, because you're on camera all the time. So they see everything. When you wake up in the morning.
judge the way you
there's camera.
sleep.
Yeah.
They do.
Oh, yeah.
So are you in a house like?
No.
Well, maybe you're having dreams of cauliflower or
Yeah.
something. You know, who knows? But it's beautifully shot. I can see all the food. Yum. And you're pondering.
This is the most I've ever seen of it. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah,
I can't wait for this. It's going to be really exciting.
I bet.
I'm probably
So-
just excited as everybody else to see it.
I know. Well, that's how those Real Housewives think. I'm sure. Gosh. We all say it's going to be like ridiculous, the Real Housewives. It's going to be, so gong show.
Yeah.
And yet everybody wants to see it.
Yeah.
Right? And the gongier it is, probably the more we'll watch. We're like that.
You just want drama and crazy things
Yeah,
happening.
It's kind of like, you can't really look away from a car accident.
I know. It's kind of true. It's kind of true. So, are you on every episode, or when do they finally decide? How does it work?
Are you trying to be slick?
yeah,
or
Yes. I'm
That
a
is
reporter.
pulling a
Yeah.
fast
So did
one
you
on
get
us.
on every episode? Let me see. Even on the last one? So what next for Whistler, obviously. Food scene in Whistler and all of that, and Barefoot, great food.
It's wonderful. The Whistler food scene, it's picking up. And at the Barefoot, we're going to be doing a lot of Top Chef dinners. We're going to get Trev up for a guest dinner. We definitely very, very excited about it at the restaurant.
Okay.
Have you been to the Barefoot before?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, yeah.
I've had an oyster or two there, as I recall.
Oh, yeah. If you
Yes.
remember.
If I remember. And I savored some champagne
Yeah,
there.
yeah, I was
in
gonna
the
say.
wine room with Keith.
Very nice.
I don't
very
think
nice.
he's there anymore.
Keith is gone now.
No, he's a
but-
sommelier.
Yeah, Keith was there. Now he went to Mountain Club. I don't know where he is now.
Okay. To Mountain Club.
Yes, which is nice.
Do you see trends in this biz at Whistler here? You're catering, right?
Yeah, well, I'm opening up a restaurant right now.
Really?
Yeah.
You're sure you want to do that?
Yeah, it's quite the life experience, that's for sure.
Yeah.
It sure is. Where?
It's pretty all confidential
Is
right
it?
now, but it should be coming up. I will.
I have the
things
two
will
chefs
unfold.
who will tell me nothing.
Yeah.
How am I doing so far?
You
Where's the
amazing.
rest
You know,
of it?
you're
Not telling.
I'm getting pretty squeaked in there. Sometimes I'm like about to open my mouth, and I'm like,
I'm
oh.
going, not yet. Well, you don't want to till you launch.
Yeah.
But there's some hot new ones on Maine. There's some.
Yeah.
Some,
I mean,
somebody
it's
said
such
you
a-
should eat at Union. Have you eaten at Union?
No, I'm actually
Hear
helping
about it.
open up a space right next to Union right now called Harvest.
Harvest.
Yeah, and it's a really tight-knit community there. It's really cool. Like everybody in that block helps each other out. It's a very community type block. It's
well,
super
and the pizza
neat.
explosion in the city, and like from the Roma or wherever you go, the Nicli Antica down here, and
Yeah.
there's one over on Main.
I heard about that.
Starts
one.
with an F, Farina or
Pizza Farina.
I think
well,
so.
there's Pizza Farina. That one's on Main as well. It's good
yeah,
pizza.
that's the one. Okay, I have to say goodbye, and good luck.
I wish we could have more time here.
Me too. Well, you can
Fanny.
come back when you win.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mum's the word.
So are you coming back? No, I won't do it anymore, I promise. So Monday, March 12th, 10 p.m., Food Network. It debuts.
Yes.
Thank you. Trevor Bird and Jimmy Stewart, chefs extraordinaire. And remember, you can catch all of our conversations on YouTube or follow us on Twitter at Fanny Studio 4.